Well, everybody, some more good Leeds United news. And isn't this fantastic? Things are turning around. The puzzle is hopefully being put into place. Phil Hayes early reported that Gustavo Hamer is still on Leeds United's radar. It is likely that Tyler Adams is going to Chelsea. Does Adams free up profit and sustainability, financial fair play? Do the restraints get a little bit looser? Well, with the Gustavo Hamer interest, hopefully that's going to happen with maybe a couple of bodies going out. But the next body that I want to speak about, who's definitely going out in my opinion, and it explains a lot as to why he's not featured a lot this season. And this is how football works, and when individuals are injured per se, they're not always injured. Things might be going on behind the scenes. Potentially they're not as severely injured as we think, or potentially something else is going on behind the scenes, put it that way. And I can tell you that is a fact and definitely happens in football. But that's by the by. Great to hear that Leeds are potentially going to be securing the services at some point of Gustavo Hamer. It looks like it's maybe going to be between us, Burnley, Southampton. A lot of you will cry. But Connor, West Ham, Burnley, Crystal Palace, a lot of these lower Premier League clubs, how can we compete with their financial situation? How can we compete with where they're at? Well, it seems like Leeds United have done just that, and they've done more than compete. Let me just give you a little bit of context. It looks like at this moment in time, Cody Drame is set to leave Leeds United, in my opinion. And why is that? Max Aarons is about to be signed for just over 12.2 million from what I've been told. Staggering, really. There is potential that this will be announced today, hence why I'm getting this video out to you right now, and hence why another video, which is really exciting and I'm looking forward to doing, is going to be coming out very soon afterwards as well, confirming a few bits and etc, etc. But he's having a medical, as we all know right now. But yeah, I want to get a couple of videos out to you guys as soon as possible, because then you're going to be able to, get on this Max Aarons hype. But overall, I mean, it's a quality signing. it's a signing that I can't believe, really. And I mean, Phil said that the interest in defensive reinforcements has massively increased. If you read his article after Liam Cooper's injury, and I fully believe that. We spoke about that last night, and I did think that the Cooper injury was going to ignite a lot. Well, I didn't think it was going to. Hence my video earlier on the other evening, where I was a little bit narked off at the fact that Leeds are just getting lower and lower and lower in terms of numbers. But they've gone and done it, and fair play to him. Joe Rodon, I think, will be an excellent signing. As I mentioned last night, he can play off the left, he can play off the right of a centre-back partnership. Really intrigued to see him with Pascal Strout, by the way. And alongside that, I mean, Max Aarons, England under-21 international, has been one of Norwich's better players. Had interest from Barcelona. Last year has had consistent interest from Bayern Munich. It's a top signing. There's no way around it. And if we're looking at the right back region, if we're looking at athleticism, physicality, listen, I like Luke Ayling, but this is it. That's it. That is time. End point on Luke Ayling. And it's obviously end point on Cody Drame, which is a shame. I thought Cody had a good season away with Luton last year, and all of his heat maps, all of his performance data suggests that he was very, very good for Luton. Obviously, previously he was part of that setup as well, at Cardiff City for 6 months, which is very, very good as well. But yeah, I think overall, when you're looking at the comparative between him and Max Aarons, you're going with Max Aarons all day and twice on a Sunday. Max Aarons has obviously longevity in the game. He has quality. He's quicker. He's more physical. Defensively, he's probably better as well, although it doesn't take a lot to be better than Luke at the minute, bless him. But yeah, listen, I'm not hating on Luke Ayling here, but I think Leeds have finally got that reinforcement, and I think you then see in a back line which is pretty stacked. If you've got that starting back line, you've got on the left, if you're looking at maybe Byram, if you're putting him in there from now on, which I think Leeds are clearly going to do. I still think that left hand side is weak. Which is interesting. it doesn't look like from any reports that there is any interest in a left back, which is just the most Leeds thing ever, isn't it? Imagine if we kept Drame and we had 3 right backs, three relatively competent right backs and just no left backs apart from Sam Barham, who is a right back, and Leo Yelder, who is a centre back. But yeah, I think that's still got to be sorted. I will still say that. But if they sort a left back, it's been a really good window at the back, which is stunning from yesterday's video. And it's not a wait and see. And we all know that with Leeds, normally this sort of stuff doesn't happen. 2 top signings in the space of 24 hours in Joe Rodon and Max Aarons, and also Leeds spending upwards of 12 million quid, and the medical being today and it being so quick. As I say, I do think the process has accelerated, but there's a lot of interesting playbooks now, because if this is what I was saying on the video the other day, that the squad is going to look so different when it comes to incomings and outgoings. You potentially got Drame going, which I think it's his curtain call. You potentially got Adams going, which I also think it's his curtain call. Our Leeds in discussions with Hamer right now. Now Gustavo Hamer would be the signing of the window. Be the signing of the window. I think above Ampadu as well. I think Gus Hamer is such a good player. But Max Aarons wouldn't be far behind. And the only reason Max Aarons maybe isn't getting as much attention as he should is because of his time at Norwich last season, where it wasn't as potent as you'd want it to be. Norwich weren't great last season, but I feel like he's been excellent for Norwich. I think he's been so loyal for them as well. Him and Jamal Lewis for Daniel Farke what a partnership that was. In the Championship, and as I say, Aarons was gaining interest from everywhere, and this will please Farke massively. This will really please Farke, because if Leeds go and get Aarons and they go get Rodon, they backed him hugely. And yeah, it looks like from everything we can see, Leeds are. I mean, that is a signing where it puts Leeds into top 6 contention. I think if you go get Gus Hamer and you've got Rodon and you've got Aarons, these are 3 acquisitions I did not expect. Obviously, the only reason I'm talking about Gus Hamer is because Phil's mentioned that Leeds are still interested and Adams could be going the other way, as in Chelsea. That's going to free up a little bit of P&S, as we know, and leave Leeds with a little bit more wiggle room when it comes to the FFP. If Leeds are able to get Gustavo Hamer, that is top 6, guaranteed. It is, and that might sound arrogant, but that is quality. You've then brought in quality. You've then asked. All the fans are then more than satisfied, because you're upgrading in every position. Gus Hamer stays fit, Aaron stays fit, Rodon stays fit. You've got a proper lineup there. You want a striker. They still need a striker, of course they do. But this, in terms of that balance of the back 4, aids it. And I reckon even if we signed Aarons, you'd still ask Farke, do we need more? And he'd say yes. We do need more. We do need more. But this is a very, very good step in 24 hours. Leeds signing Joe Rodon, who I'm really happy with. Really, really happy with. As I say, it was accelerated for what happened with Cooper. But Max Aarons that's a top signing. And it doesn't happen without Daniel Farke. So, we always talk about previous, like with Bielsa and the pulling power, and that was always the thing. But with Daniel Farke, I mean, the reason I mentioned Burnley, the reason I mentioned Southampton and West Ham is that apparently they're all interested in Leeds have beaten off the interest to sign him. So these are all, I mean, we spoke earlier on in the window about Ryan Manning being a bit of a power play, Southampton signing him, and that being a great sign. I still think it will be a very good sign in the window. But I think Max Aarons, when you look at it and you look at the level, and you've also taken him off Norwich, a team in this division who, if you are looking at the Leeds side right now and you're thinking they might struggle a little bit for that top 6 because it's so threadbare, Norwich would be competition. So you're taking away one of Norwich's better players, who they've been on the cusp of selling Aarons for years, haven't they? But it's never quite happened, and they've always rejected interest because the bids haven't been good enough. But this is a proper statement. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Fascinated to hear what you think about this one. It looks like Hamer, interest is real, which will be a top signing and will get me so jittery. Aaron's really good signing. Perot maybe is there. Who knows? There's not been that much mention of him. But Aarons and Roden sorting out that back line, the most important bit to sort out for any football team, is a good step. Good steps, I should say, plural, in the right direction. Let me know what you think, everybody. Are you excited? What needs to happen next? Good news for Leeds United. I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.